All right, so you've been on YouTube for a while and you've noticed your stats are down across the board. What do you do? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you the do's and don'ts when it comes to promoting your YouTube channel for free and not so free. All right, so the first thing you probably heard is run a contest on YouTube. And I've personally done this, and let me say that is one of the biggest mistakes you can do as a creator, because honestly, when you run a contest, people don't actually care about your content. So typically what happens is you ask people to like your video or subscribe to your channel or go and leave a comment, which increases the engagement of that one video. But overall, it decreases the loyal and engaged subscribers you're gonna get on your channel. So you're gonna have a lot of dead weight. So when you produce a new video that's not a contest, or they learn they didn't win your contest, they're gonna immediately unsubscribe unless you're gonna continue to run contests just to get subscribers. So it is key that you are producing content that targets a specific target audience that is interested in the type of content you make. So instead of running contests, something I would say is make sure you're using your other social media platforms. And this is where branding comes into play, because you want to make sure you're consistent across the board with the type of content you make on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and any other social media account you're on. Because remember, you are a personal brand. And so your brand should encompass everything about you, and it should feel like they're talking to the same person if they come to your YouTube channel or they come to your social media accounts like Instagram. And again, when building these other social media channels along with your YouTube channel, you're able to engage a wider audience. You're not going to have everyone on every single platform. So if you're gaining people on Instagram and they're not aware that you have a YouTube channel and you post a new YouTube video, and then you organically share that information on Instagram and direct them to your YouTube channel, it's a lot better to get subscribers that way that are people who actually care about your content than to run a contest of people who just want the winnings and then are going to leave once they either get the winnings or they're just going to not watch your new content because they really didn't care to begin with. All right, and going right along with that is buying subscribers, buying likes, buying anything. And let me tell you, do not do that. There are a ton of services out there that'll tell you $100 for like 1,000 subscribers. And generally those are bot accounts and YouTube's just going to take them away anyways. And it's actually against YouTube terms of service and can get your channel deleted. So instead, what you can do, and it's actually approved by YouTube, is go through Google Ads. And I've personally done Google Ads and it's actually really complicated, which is why I love today's sponsor, Prodvigate. So I've been using them on and off for the past year. I posted my experience in this video right here, and they are a Google approved partner, which means they basically do the work for you. So you're gonna go in, you're gonna put in what your budget is, and then Prodvigate will set your ads for you, and then your ad will run on YouTube. And now when it does this, basically what it does is it promotes you in YouTube search. So instead of you trying to rank with SEO, which is gonna be coming up later, you're gonna go ahead and shoot to the top of the search engine page. So when somebody's typing in something like sustainable living and your content is promoted through Prodvigate, then Prodvigate's gonna shoot your video to the top so that you're one of the first selections that people can actually pick on and watch your content. Now again, I did break down the pros and cons of using ads like this, and I went over it in this video right here. And for the most part, I feel you just have to be super strategic on the type of content that you're actually promoting through this, because it can reach a wider audience, which means you're going to see a decrease in your audience retention. So it's important that when you are promoting videos, you're getting straight to the point, you're creating really high engaging videos that people care about. This way, when somebody new clicks on your video, they're roped in right away and they're gonna wanna watch your content, subscribe to your channel, and gain subscribers and engagement that way. And I know you're probably like, is Prodvigate a scam? I'm here to tell you no. I've actually used it on this channel right here, and it has helped me gain some subscribers. As you can see, it's also helped me gain some views, and it's really great for coming back, such as I've taken a month off of YouTube, and this is the perfect time to go ahead and use their service again to promote my channel, make it be YouTube approved. You're not gonna get your channel deleted, and it's not gonna be a ton of bot accounts. So if you are interested, I'll leave all the information in the description box below. All right, now moving on to the third advice that I absolutely hate is begging people for shout outs. Generally, you see bigger creators shouting out smaller creators. Maybe they have it at like the end of their video. And honestly, it is a tactic for those bigger creators, because if you stay on their video and then you're engaged and you're leaving comments and whatever rules they have to get that shout out, then they're going to increase their engagement. They're going to increase their reach, and it really benefits them, because the people that you get, they care about that community and they don't necessarily care about you. Sad to say, but it's true. So a lot of times, and we've seen this with like Mr. Beast will shout out a ton of people, those people go viral, but then after a while, they don't have the same engagement, the same views as they did once like the first shout out happened in the first couple of videos. So it goes down. So you'll see a high subscriber rate because Mr. Beast told you to go subscribe to this channel. But then over time, you're gonna see lower view counts because those people who subscribe from Mr. Beast were just doing what he said because they love him. And then they're not really in love with your content. And again, this generally happens because you're reaching an audience that isn't really necessarily engaged or interested in the type of content you make, the topics you make. So instead of doing shout outs, I highly recommend collabing with other creators within your niche. When you do creator collabs, it's really important that you're collabing with people who, again, make the same type of topics as you or content as you, because you are more likely to reach an audience that you would have organically reached anyway. So it's almost like an exchange of audiences. And when I do this, I don't really necessarily look for the subscriber count because we know that we can reach a lot more subscribers or a lot more people than what our subscriber count says. So when you are looking for people to collab with, one, make sure you watch a few of their videos and that like the vibe checks out. Like, are you guys similar? Are you reaching a similar audience? Is this person belief system the same as yours? Is your content the same? If you believe in sustainable living and this person's like throwing away recyclables, that's probably not the channel to collab with because your audience is not going to be the same. So really make sure that you are interested in them, you see a relationship building with them, because honestly, creating a network of creators within your space, within your niche, is gonna be really beneficial to you as a content creator, especially as you grow, because this can be a very isolating job. So when you have people in your corner that understand, it's just a lot more fun to actually create the content. Also, making sure that you are aligned with the person you're collabing with, make sure you're reaching people who are also aligned with you. And it's going to decrease the amount of people who subscribe and then just don't come back to watch. All right, advice number 4 that I absolutely hate is post your videos in Facebook groups. Now, this can be beneficial if you're posting in the right group. So example, if you are into sustainable living and you're in a whole bunch of groups that are all about sustainable living, somebody asked a question about a topic, maybe how to compost at home, and you have a video on that, then yes, leave a comment saying, hey, I actually have a video, I explained how to do this, you can watch it here. That is a good way to promote in Facebook groups. What I hate is when people just drop their videos in Facebook groups, such as other YouTube Facebook groups that are there for support or networking, or just randomly spamming Facebook groups. They are not going to watch your content. They're not really going to care about your content. And honestly, YouTube doesn't like to see a ton of external traffic. They really like organic traffic, and it's more beneficial for you because the data can then connect and YouTube can push your content out to people that are similar to the people who are actually interested in watching your content and finding it organically. And if you're like, I have no idea what you mean with data, go ahead and watch this video right here. I actually broke down how the algorithm works to help it explain a little bit more of why you really want to focus on organic traffic inside of YouTube. So with that, instead of posting in Facebook groups, which is different than promoting to your audience on other social media channels, I highly recommend you going over SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. Remember, YouTube is the second largest search engine, owned by the first, which is Google. So you're actually able to rank in Google and YouTube, and it's all organic traffic. So you're going to use search terms, also known as keywords, that describe what your video is about. So when someone is searching, because they come to the platform, they type in some words, your video is going to come up. So again, how to compost at home, you're going to just put that all over your video. You're going to put it in your title, your description box, and your tags. When you open up your video, today's video is going to be all about how to compost at home. So doing things like that is really going to help increase your SEO score, and it's going to help your audience identify exactly what your video is about, which makes it a lot easier for the algorithm to push your video out to a wider audience organically on the platform, which is then going to help trigger browse and suggested traffic as well. Now, the last tip I have for you isn't really a don't do this, but it's really something that a lot of creators don't do, which is take advantage of all of the tools and platforms that we have on YouTube. So for example, Shorts right now is a really good way to promote your YouTube channel. So I do not want you guys to think that it is the exact same algorithm you're working with. You're actually working with two different algorithms. So when you're creating your short form content, you want to think mobile first. It is for viewers who view on mobile. It's like quick information, quick tips, and and it's going to help you increase your subscribers and your views for your shorts, but it may not translate to your long form content, and that's okay. Basically, it's just another way to reach a wider audience who needs the information you give, and you're just delivering it in a different type of format suitable for that audience that prefers short form content. And honestly, with this, I find it a lot easier to come up with a content strategy. So instead of just drilling a ton of long form videos, trying to come up with like 8 different long form videos, try to do like 3 long form videos and then take each video and turn it into like 4 different shorts. So for example, if you're gonna do how to compost at home and you have one like 5-minute video with 5 different tips, then you can turn that into 5 different shorts and just put 1 tip for each short. You will want to refilm this in short form vertical format because if you do it, it's more organic and it comes across in a better way than trying to take the video you formed that's long form, although you can, and chop it up to a whole bunch of shorts. So I highly recommend when you are filming, do a long form video and then just take the extra time to re-deliver that content in a short format, maybe on your cell phone. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or any fancy editing. This way you can attract audiences who prefer long form content that's a little bit longer, as well as those who prefer short form content. And again, it's going to bring new people in, you're gonna gain subscribers, and you're gonna gain views and engagement as well. But I'd love to know in the comment section below, what is your favorite way to promote your YouTube channel? And if you're interested on getting started with ProjectGit, I'll leave all that information in the description box below. This way you can check them out and get started with Google and YouTube approved posting. Again, it is approved by them. They're basically going to run Google ads so that your YouTube videos shoot up to the top of the search results, so it's more likely that you're gonna get those views and you're gonna attract that audience that may not have seen you if you were ranking a little bit lower. Now get out there, make some content, and let's grow together.